Should you ever visit Knapford Harbour at night, you'll find it very busy, with ships and fishing boats unloading their cargo into special vans. The dock workers call this train the Flying Kipper. It travels down the main line to Barrow and Furness, where another diesel takes the train. The Flying Kipper is usually hauled by Henry. Every night he arrives at the harbour to either Iris or Adam, telling him how many trucks there are on the Flying Kipper. And when the guard blows their whistle, there is no stopping Henry. Recently, Henry has been finding himself on the other railway, either for promotional work or deliveries that the other railway couldn't handle by itself.
Are you alright, Henry?
Asked James one day.
Not at all, James. The Fat Controller has been sending me to the other railway lately, and I have been able to find the time to pull my Flying Kipper.
What's the problem with going on the other railway?
There's no problem with the other railway. It's the Kipper. I'm worried about it. I find that every time I come back, there's always a problem. Murdoch derails, Arthur is late, and Neville, for some miraculous reason, tore the entire train in half. I find Mr. Melvin is having a tough time finding an appropriate engine for the job.
I hate to interrupt your conversation, gentlemen, but if it's an engine that you're looking for, Henry, what about Richard?
Chimed Rebecca.
I don't mind helping you out, Henry. I mean, honestly, when was the last time I paid it forward? I mean, after all, you saved me from being turned into a bridge.
I mean, I guess I have no choice. Mr. Melvin has me taking the Sodor United football team and fans to Manchester for a soccer match today. I won't be back till tomorrow morning.
Then it's settled. Richard gets to take the Flying Kipper, and you get to take a bunch of rowdy football fans to a game that has no meaning to an engine.
Richard was very pleased. Throughout the day, he couldn't stop thinking about the Kipper, that he ended up getting distracted.
Look out!
Oh my! Oh, my dearest apologies, Peter Sam. Oh, I didn't see you over there.
My word, Richard. You're in a cheerful mood. What's going on?
Oh, I am, Peter Sam. I'm taking the Flying Kipper tonight, and it's my first time, too.
Well, good luck to you too then, Richard. But please keep in mind that when you pass by the workstation, he has to be quiet. Paul Scarlowy has been foul moods lately, and he's been taking his grumpy attitude out on us.
Oh my, oh goodness gracious me. You have my utmost word, Peter Sam. I will be as quiet as a mouse.
Said Richard as he puffed away. Pretty soon, the clock struck 12 and the sky was dark. While most of the engines are asleep, some engines work nightly goods and passenger services. From Percy's mail train to Ash's railway patrol, Richard was at Knapford Harbour collecting the famous Flying Kipper.
Oh, well, good morning, Adam. Were you the one who shunted my train tonight?
Morning, Richard. Indeed I was. Iris wanted to sleep in, so I said I could cover her shift.
Well, that's mighty fine nice of you.
Complimented Richard.
Oh, well, anyways, Henry told me what I needed to do, so, how many trucks do I have on my train tonight?
Went on Adam.
Well, for starters, you got no lobster today, but you have 3 of the regular fish vans and 2 express mail vans for the junction. Oh, and another thing, the 5 trucks for Vegas on station. Another engine will meet you there instead of Barrow today.
Richard smiled.
Oh, well, right then. We best be off. Henry's Kipper mustn't be late.
Said a confident Richard, pulling out of the station with the Flying Kipper. Richard was making excellent timing as he trundled along the main line.
Oh, he mustn't be late. Oh, he mustn't be late,
he said.
Henry's counting on me and I can't let him down.
Soon, Richard and the Kipper arrived at the junction. The express freight vans were uncoupled and new trucks were being coupled up to the spot where the express vans were. Richard was simmering quietly, collecting water at a nearby water tower, while his driver decided to check out the station newspaper hut. It was here that trouble arose for the green engine. As part of Sodor's promotional work, all former timetables used in the 80s were being sold to give tourists a chance to see what the services was like back then. Richard's driver unknowingly picked one up and dropped it in surprise.
Oi, Timothy, we gotta get out of here, quick!
What? Why?
We're falling behind schedule. Just take a look at this timetable.
Richard's driver showed the fireman the timetable, and he too was surprised.
Oh my goodness gracious me! We gotta get going. Who knows how far we're behind?
And with a blast of his whistle, Richard pulled quickly out the station, trying to make up for lost time.
Can't be late, I can't be late! Henry's counting on me, and I mustn't let him down!
Said a frantic Richard. Richard whooshed through Edward Station and thundered over Gordon's Hill. It was as if nothing could stop him. He whistled through the workstation, waking the little engines up in the process.
That's it, I am sleeping with Luke at the Blue Mountain Quarry.
Until at last, Richard arrived at the end of the line. Tired, relieved, but also...
Early! What? Early. Extremely early.
Said the station master, who was on duty that morning.
But that's impossible. We followed the timetable that was posted at the junction.
Cut in the driver, showing the station master the timetable he got from Elsbridge. The station master shook his head.
That timetable has long since been out of service. This was the official timetable that you were supposed to follow,
grumbled the station master, pointing to the correct timetable. Both the driver, fireman, and Richard felt very silly.
Since you arrived early, the other engine isn't even here yet, meaning the fish will surely spoil. Just park your train in one of the sidings.
Richard felt awful. He slowly shunted himself into the siding. He awoke at the crack of dawn when he saw Henry pull up alongside.
Oh dear, there's Henry. Oh, he looks rather upset with me right now,
thought Richard. Richard closed his bracing eyes for Henry's wrath, but he was quite taken aback to Henry laughing.
I must admit, Richard, out of all the clumsy mishaps you've done, this one tops the tender.
Wait, you're not mad with me right now, Henry?
Pondered Richard.
Admittedly, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm impressed. You've managed to beat my former 1980 timetable by arriving 1 hour early. Great job. But let's not make a habit of this.
Richard couldn't help but agree. When Mr. Melvin found out about the ordeal, he ordered to have all former timetables removed from the station hut before closing time. And as for Richard, Henry had put in a good word for the green engine, and whenever Henry is away, you'll find the flying kipper hauled by the most lovable engine on Sodor.